All right, Hannah, here's how we count lessons. I'm in the system as you, so this is your dashboard. So we're going to look at this specifically. This right here is your advisory class, and you don't have to do that. But let's take a look at your consumer math class. So I'm going to open it up here. This is your current grade. You can see it. It'll be on this screen too. Let me move myself up here. You can see where your grade is up there if you want to take a look. But so within Unit 1, this says that you've finished all of Unit 1 and you did Lesson 1 and Lesson 2. And then in Unit 2, you've done Lesson 3 and you've done these assignments, click, 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 all the way down here for Lesson 4. This is a long one. You see how many different things that you watch the introduction, you watch this, you do this workbook right here, the video, the workbook, and then you do the discussion and a video assignment and a checkpoint. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different things. Whereas for Lesson 3, there were 4 things. Same thing up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pieces for the lesson. And then this one only had 4. So it's kind of looks like this class goes 4 and then more, 4 and then more. And that's just kind of how it's built. Here you can see you have finished 100% of the Unit 1. So each week, though, it's going to count all the lessons that you do in all your classes. So the hard part is not knowing, because I don't know where you left off last. I can tell you, this doesn't really tell me where you stopped. These are the dates the class is due, or the assignment is quote unquote due. I say the due dates are like so you can keep pace. They're not necessarily like, obviously you can keep turning this stuff in and you're not penalized for being behind in that class. So if you worked on one class only, it's kind of easier to see. But what you want to do is figure out where you left off last and then count those lessons from there on. I think maybe like, so when I click resume course, it'll take you to your starting point. But if you want to go back and look at some of your other classes here, you can see in English, you've done. So basically, it looked like you did almost 4 lessons so far in that class. In English, not well, it does sort of count these student resources because there's an assignment here. I'll get into that a little bit, but you've finished Lesson 1 and you're partly through Lesson 2. So 4 from the last one and 1, that's 5, and then for my government class. Clicking on that. You have done 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're in Lesson 5. And this is that project thing that we were talking about. I can show you where it was that you missed it. I think it's right up here. Yeah, this talks about how to do focus notes, forms of government. Oh, right here is the Unit 1. That's the video assignment, and that's the project part that we were talking about earlier. So right in the very beginning of the unit. So you probably just skipped through that really quick, did this assignment, and then kind of cruised through. So you've done about a total, almost done 10 lessons total, and you're supposed to do 8 a week. So you're behind, but you have the whole term to do all the work. So you do need to spend a little bit of extra time to start catching up. Here's the thing. So you're behind, which is what it is, okay? But from here on out, as long as you do your 8 lessons, you'll be fine. You don't have to catch up to where you're supposed to be at to count for attendance. And so remember, that's how we count attendance here, is the number of lessons that you do. So starting from today, I would just focus on, I don't know what you finished so far this today, but I would just try to get 8 more lessons done this week, which I know you're working full time, and that's a struggle for sure. At the end of the day, as long as you continue to make progress, you're going to get absence notices. But if you keep working through that, I mean, you get 12 absences, and we start to have a conversation about that. But that'll be on into next quarter, and you'll get a better hang of things. There's really not any, as long as you're working and we're seeing progress, and then you pass your classes and things like that, we're not going to have any issues with that. I know it's a lot. It's not easy. It's self-paced, so that's sometimes really hard for students. But just from here on out, focus on get this project done. And what you can do too is, like, you don't get hung up on this. Like, if you're still working on this, just go to this page and submit something blank and say, I'll come back to it. And then you can keep working and work through the rest of the lessons. You can see in lesson 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 things you have to do, and there's nothing major. One little video assignment, and then the 4 workbooks. Um, so if you want to skip ahead to something, that's totally okay, because it counts the progress that you make. So if you don't submit this, it'll still count it as the lesson completed. I don't know if that's helpful. I don't know if that's a path you want to go down for you personally. A lot of students will skip assignments to get their lesson completion done. They'll cruise through the workbooks and the checkpoints, and they'll skip ahead, and then they'll come back to the things that they missed and do those, and then just let me know when they turn something in that they skipped over, if that's helpful. And I know students do that in all their classes. So you can see how you want to cruise through. So really, where you're supposed to be at, remember back to in the beginning, um, when I sent out something in my class in the very beginning. I can pull it up here, actually. Oh, well, it's going to bump you back out to my thing. But it when I talked to about um, my government class, to give you an idea about how to make progress in it. Oh, maybe I talk about it in the video, but I don't. It's not listed here. But basically, if you do 2 lessons a day, um, 2 to 3 lessons a day for total, like between your 3 classes, you'll be just fine. But you got to be doing that 2 to 3. So if I don't do 2 to 3 a day, then you're going to have to do more on another day. And remember, lessons start from Monday morning through Sunday, the next Sunday night. So that's how they keep track. So go back and look and see how much you've done this week, if you can remember. Or even from here on out, it's Tuesday. It'll be Wednesday probably before you see this. But sort of, hopefully that's helpful and I didn't ramble too much. But give me a shout and let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.